This video is titled The Curse of Ideology. The superset of theology is ideology. This means a conformist abstraction that is very often pretty crude in its representation of reality. An ideology represents a locus of conformity concerning ideas that are often empirically wrong. Being empirically wrong may even strengthen the exclusive bonding of the conformist group itself. Since it's not based on any observable evidence, there is often an exclusion of outsiders. There becomes a sharp distinction between the believers who full-heartedly accept empirically wrong ideas and those on the outside who can't even observe any evidence for the ideology and are thus alienated from it, unless, of course, they are converted and become believers themselves. Chris Hedges suggested that he doesn't believe in atheists. The notion he offered is that atheists can also be very dogmatic and can be ideologues themselves, and this is quite true. There are quite a number of prominent secular ideologies in the world today. To take a very prevalent example, consider what might be described as the ideology of capitalism, an ideology that is avoidant of broad cooperative strategies for people and with an emphasis on the perceived virtue of private property owners making contracts with each other and with others. A problem with this is the observation of human systems. A strong emphasis on property claims and an absence of cooperative strategies generally leads to a great inequity and generally leads to misery for most. Even now, as the concentrations of wealth are becoming more and more extreme, many cling to an unflinching belief in private property and competitive strategies. The dogma is that cooperative strategies of all kinds disrupt the purity of property owners seeking self-advancement. Attempts for a community as a whole to seek solutions and for their active management of their community are seen by believers to be a subversion of profit motive and of the individual. State and local ownership, unions, worker cooperatives, and social benefits are all seen to be impediments to the private wealth and claims on property. The truth is that cooperative strategies and a recognition of community interests are very much part of the survival of any human community. This ideology of proprietarianism as such leads to slavery of one type or another. If people are not chattel themselves, most find their entire surrounding environment is owned by someone else. Their housing, their workplace, and their community spaces end up being claimed and managed by the wealthy. This distinction between chattel slavery and wage slavery becomes an obscure one. Proudhon famously quoted, "Property is theft." One could add, "Capitalism is slavery."